Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have a special interview for you guys today. We have the guys from Beyond Tech. These guys have been building, man. They're building bridges, and it's really cool because they're doing it interoperable. So that's a pretty big word. When I think of that word, I think of what Polkadot is doing and stuff like that. So I can't wait to kind of dig into exactly what Beyond Tech is and really dig into these guys, man. Because the most important part of this entire ecosystem is not really the projects, but the people behind them, right? Because we have an amazing space. We need great people behind these projects. So without further ado, let's get the show started. I'm bringing my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, dude? So what do you know about Beyond?
Yeah, I remember speaking to Nate, one of the co-founders of Beyond, months ago with you, actually. We jumped into a private call and just talked a little bit about what their idea was, and we were really intrigued, right? In terms of, I think their main objective is really to, make this Bitcoin on-chain economy more interoperable with other ecosystems and having liquidity flow more seamlessly, right? Which in turn can make a lot of these Bitcoin layer 1 assets more flexible as well, right? Fast forward, right? I was actually able to meet Nate in Singapore at the Inscribing Singapore event. And so that was really cool. And you fast forward a couple months and I'm looking at their ecosystem and it's really big. I mean, they're really trying to connect a lot of the dots here, right? So I'm super excited. You and I had that conviction to come into this ecosystem a long time ago, and I feel like a lot of that conviction is starting to pay off. We'll see.
Yeah, 100%. And like that word, that's a big word, man. Interoperable. You don't really hear that too much in Bitcoin, so I can't wait for them to jump into that. And they do have an ordinal project, free and fair mint coming up called the Bitcoin. What is the orange pills, right?
Yep.
Or the Bitcoin orange pills. So can't wait to kind of dig into that and what that's all about, because you guys have an opportunity to get this free and fair mint. So, and that is really awesome. They're kind of really definitely in Bitcoin if you're doing free and fair mint. So can't wait to dive deep.
Yep, for sure. I'm excited for
All
that.
right. Let's bring up Nate. Let's bring up Magnus. Welcome to Ordinal Revolution.
Thank you, guys.
GM. I'm sure you guys are super busy trying to make sure you get all these, lists together and all this free and fair mint together for, you guys kind of bringing this ordinal collection into light, as well as just, introducing yourself to the entire Bitcoin ecosystem at the same time.
Yeah, it's been an hectic week because we wanted to make this widely distribution process for the free mint short and sweet. So it's only 2 weeks where we need to handle all these 100 partners activities together. So it's been nonstop. But I think it's going to be worth, because also people loves the short and sweet. We value time a lot. So first of all, thanks for having us. Really appreciate you guys. Been watching a lot of your episodes. So yeah, pleasure to be here, and pleasure to have you guys also on board on the free mint initiative of the orange pills. Yeah, more than happy.
All right. We can't wait to dig into orange pills. Can't wait to dig into Beyond, but kind of want to know who you guys are a little bit. If you guys wouldn't mind kind of maybe going into your background a little bit. We'll start with Nate.
Yeah, for sure. So I come from a finance background. I was working in banking before. 2020, I decided to jump full time into crypto, and shortly after, myself and Magnus, we know each other for 20 plus years. So it's a long story between us, but yeah, I decided to jump full time to crypto and had some nice ideas of what could be built on initially on EVM ecosystems. and share it with Magnus, and organically we kind of created a team of builders. That's how initially the Beyond team started. And yeah, afterwards, Magnus was in let's say a more technical position. He also followed the same path and jumped full time to crypto. We've been working on that for the 4 past years.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
So you guys, not only do you guys have experience in the space since 2020, but you guys have experience working with each other as well. So I think that's a huge plus. Magnus, could you go into a little bit of your background as well?
Yeah, for sure. I come a bit more from a technical background in software engineering. And yeah, like Nate said, we have a long history together. It's a bit more like a marriage than a business relationship after 20 years knowing each other. And yeah, about 4 years ago, 4.5, I guess, he pulled me into the space. Initially, we started with a very small team, just operating a little bit as an agency, taking different projects and so on. And over time, over these past 4 years, it's been growing. It went growing quite nicely until we founded Beyond about a year ago, approximately. So it's been going really well, and it's been in stealth for a while, about 8 to 10 months in stealth, and we just announced to the public last month. It was right before Singapore, so that's been going really well so far in this past a month since we went live or public.
Nice. You know, you said about a year ago is when you guys started to form Beyond together, and if I'm doing the math, you know, that's kind of a little bit after Ordinals got launched, right? But no one was really talking about it too much. So, you know, you said you had experience in the crypto space since 2020. So did you guys build a little bit in Ethereum or other chains and then found your way to kind of say put it all together with Beyond, or what was that journey like?
Correct. So we've always been holding BTC and been curious more as community members since years ago. But initially we were mainly just building DeFi apps in different chains and so on, depending on the people we were working with. And yeah, with Beyond, we really saw the opportunity to go full time into Bitcoin, which is the ideal situation for us because it's the mother chain at the end of the day, and it's kind of an honor a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to tell the whole world.
Yes,
right.
That's right.
So,
all right, let's kind of dig into Beyond a little bit more. I know you guys hinted on it, but you got to break it down to the simplest way possible. What is Beyond?
Yeah, so you can see Beyond really as layer 0 for Bitcoin. And for those that are not familiar with layer 0, we are basically connecting Bitcoin in all the possible directions. So we call it three-directional interoperability because when you're in a chain, you can go from that chain to another or to that chain from another. But in the case of Bitcoin, as you well know, there is this, let's say, in-house fragmentation where you have different asset standards and multiple scaling solutions that are not really layer 2s, but let's say hybrids. So we are also cover that interoperability, which we call within the Bitcoin interoperability. So we cover the three verticals, and you can see it as a fully connected Bitcoin. That's what we are doing.
So you basically, so when I hear layer 0, I think of Cosmos, I think of Polkadot, right? So you guys are actually saying you guys see Bitcoin as that layer 0?
Well, yeah. So what we are facilitating is that Bitcoin gets connected to all these other chains. So Beyond itself is not a chain, just an interoperability protocol. Basically, we enable asset bridging and cross messaging between Bitcoin and other apps. And what we enable is to builders to interact with from other chains to with Bitcoin, and from Bitcoin to other chains, basically.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, well, I think we all know it's something that's definitely needed. But, one thing that Shizzy and myself know, being, covering the space for over a year, is that, there's a lot of limitations with Bitcoin. So you got to be pretty confident and courageous to attempt this type of project. So I imagine you guys are really skillful, because, it's not the easiest undertaking. So what made you guys say, you know what, this is a hard task ahead of us, but we can do this?
Yeah, that's actually something that we really had to value before starting Beyond. So we had the idea, and then we had this 1-2 months of explorations with our CTO, which also was kind of perfect for the role, because he is a developer for EVM projects, but also has developed in Bitcoin. So
Yeah, actually, he's been working in the past with sometimes with the Bitcoin core team, and he has like 11 years experience as a cryptographer. So it was kind of like a perfect match in that sense. So that was one of the big reasons we decided to go for it. We had our CTO Janos just able to push through with a little bit hacking around the Bitcoin UTXO and the architecture and the technical details. So that was a very nice asset to count on from the beginning.
Wow. That just made me a lot more bullish on Beyond, because, being able to work on Bitcoin Core for that long, and then also, dip his toes into the EVM side. Those are definitely two skill sets that you need to have for something like this, because this is a big undertaking, and it's not just EVM. Is it just EVM and UTXO, or is there also any other technologies as well?
Yeah, it's actually, for us, it's most easy if to support any chain that has integrated layer 0, and they've been recently making a lot of progress in this. They just announced Solana, I think it was in June or something like that, a few months ago, very fresh. And they also have other non-EVMs like Aptos and I think 3 or 4 others. So really any layer 0 chain is very easy for us to support, and that's kind of what we can prioritize most easily.
Gotcha. So layer 0, the actual protocol, is kind of like the glue that is putting everything together here.
Correct. So we're basically filling the gap for Bitcoin L1 in terms of interoperability, because as you guys well know, it's very different than everything else in the rest of the industry. And we're just kind of stepping in and filling that hole for Bitcoin L1 and the Bitcoin L2s as well. So yeah.
Awesome.
So when I'm bridging something, let's just say I'm bridging, some Bitcoin stuff to Ethereum, whatever. Are you guys wrapping it? Look, could you guys kind of explain that process?
Yeah. So when you are bridging Bitcoin, BTC runes or BRC20s to any chain, basically, what happens is that we deploy what it's called an OFT contract, which is the layer 0 standard for omni-chain interoperability, and that contract mints and burns tokens as they are moved across all these chains. So, for example, when you bridge, let's say, DOG to Base, we mint the token as an OFT on Base, and from there you can bridge it to any other chain where there is also an OFT of that DOG, same DOG. So as you bridge from one chain to another, the supply gets burned and minted again. And then once you go back to Bitcoin, that OG DOG, let's say, gets unlocked and sent to your address.
That's amazing. That's really cool. You just got me really excited when you said bridging dog to base. I mean, could you imagine going somewhere where millions of people, because Coinbase, right? Because millions of people have access to, because eventually Base and Coinbase are going to be pretty close to each other in the terms of the users being really capable of just using that and not really know they're even using the chain. So you're going to be bringing Bitcoin assets into liquidity that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, the fun part is that we are doing it in both directions, right? And when it comes to doing it from Bitcoin to any chain, basically, we are doing in a way that it doesn't fragment liquidity. because if you have like different solutions or different bridges for every chain that you want to bridge to, you basically are fragmenting your user base and liquidity across many chains. But what we are doing is enabling all to act as a one unit. So one dog in Bitcoin is the same that one dog in Base, the same that one dog in Arbitrum, and so on. So that's very cool. And also the fact that we can bring the biggest assets, digital assets to Bitcoin. That's one of the most exciting things for us.
Yeah, that's going to be very nice. For example, you're going to be seeing USDT on Bitcoin as a runes or ETH on Bitcoin as a BRC20. Really, whatever, the market is going to be wanting to bring into Bitcoin L1 is going to be able to after Beyond launches.
Interesting. That's going to be very interesting, especially because I wonder how the movement is going to be on Bitcoin with something like USDT, right? Because right now we don't really have that flexibility on layer one, but in the future that could happen with Opcat or I don't know, Magic Eden's obviously doing something kind of crazy right now with swaps and stuff. So yeah, there was attempts of this, and I mean there still is, those protocols are still alive. They, for example, they had a couple runes bridge from Bitcoin to Solana, and I want to say this was maybe like 4 to 6 months ago, and there wasn't huge success with that. And so I'm curious to your, both you guys' opinions of why you think that wasn't so successful, and do you think it was like too early? Is that why? If you could give me maybe some opinions about that.
Yeah, so I think that execution matters, and it matters a lot. So one thing that's important is to be aligned with the team behind a token, if it has a team, of course. So if you just buy a bunch of whatever coin and bridge it to another chain without a proper need for it, it's likely that no one's going to do it. But we are approaching it from a completely different perspective. First, we are ensuring that whatever token we bridge to any chain is properly bridged. So meaning it's not going to affect the future of the token, in the sense of they can launch in other chains and go in and out without fragmenting or getting people locked in into a specific token. And the other thing we are working a lot is on the go-to-market, of course. So we are in talks with all these major ecosystems and the builders on them. Like we had a call with Coinbase, the head of DeFi on Base. Some weeks ago, we are in talks with we actually going to be on the stage teaching Beyond for the Binance Blockchain Week this end of October. We are in touch with Avalanche, all these major ecosystems, and we are ensuring that we bring the tokens that the protocols want and for the communities that want to bridge them. So I think that's very important when it comes to building something, which is ensuring that people really want it, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So are you guys working with the Layer Zero team, or are you guys just using their kind of like their service?
Yeah, so we are, let's say, in a close partnership. They benefit from Beyond because all the Bitcoin liquidity can be used, is going to be using their technology. And we benefit from them because they scale super quickly, and we can scale as quickly as them if we have them integrated. So it's like a perfect partnership in that sense. We are close partnerships. We had like when we announced Beyond, it was in kind of a dual announcement with them. And yeah, we had some meetings and so on. So it's two different teams, that's for sure. But let's say that we are in a close partnership.
Amazing. Another question for you guys. So is this just fungibles, or are you guys gonna be bridging non-fungibles as well?
We could potentially do non-fungibles, but we want to focus first. Like there is a lot to focus on, so we need to like split efforts, and we are going to focus first on the fungibles.
Yeah, because I was thinking if we bring a Bored Ape or a crypto punk to Bitcoin, that would be pretty legendary.
Yeah, for sure, that would be super cool. No doubt about it, and there is a strong use case there. But yeah, as mentioned, we need to focus. Otherwise, it's going to be like split too thin among many use cases.
100% agree.
So, like, I'm on your website and I'm looking at your ecosystem page, and I'm seeing a lot of familiar brands on here, right? I see Merlin Chain, BitLayer. I saw Billy, right? So, let's talk about that one. So, Billy and some other individual runes that might be on here. Is that like? Are those kind of being showcased because those are like projects that you guys have already kind of tested with and stuff like that? Or is this just like more like possibilities for the ecosystem?
Yeah, I will say that most of, I can't remember right now exactly every single one of them, but all these chains, except from Ethereum and Solana, we had calls with their teams.
Okay.
We are in touch with also the let's say founders of the meta protocols like Domo from BRC20. We're in touch with Raf from Runes. And the teams, of course, we are in touch with many. When it comes to product implementations, we just launched testnet today, actually. So it's early to say that we had a hard commitment, because until we launch Mainnet, it's hard to commit on that. But all of them have shown a lot of interest in using Beyond for different purposes. And we are confident on being still working together towards our mainnet launch.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like what the possibilities are, and then of course, like you said, the two main ones are for sure going to be part of this interoperability with Ethereum and Solana. But there's going to be many more, I know. Okay, so like if I'm just like I know basic DeFi and stuff like that, how would I get started using Beyond, right? So let's say like I'm on, I don't know, Ethereum, right? Like what is something that I would do? Would it be like I figure that you guys have multiple products, right? Would I just be like, okay, I want to bridge something over to Bitcoin? Is that how I get started with Beyond?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think Magnus, are you sharing screen?
That's me.
Okay, perfect. Then yeah, that's the UI. But I think that it's important to point that we are actually like quite B2B focused. So we are solving needs for the protocols on the chains and for the tokens themselves.
Gotcha.
So what basically the use case, for example, if you're in Ethereum and you have USDT, will be that there is let's say a Bitcoin native stablecoin that wants liquidity for their stablecoin, and you can provide it as a liquidity provider, or you can arbitrage the peg there to maintain the $1 value of that native stablecoin. You can get yield from all these different DeFi purposes depending on the platform, like lending, for example. Yeah, that will be one of the strongest use cases. Then, of course, you have the typical bridging between EVMs. That's something, chains, let's say. That's something that we are also covering, because we like Bitcoin layer 2s also need that solution, and we are also covering it for not Bitcoin chains, but that's not the main use case of Beyond, let's say, although we enable it.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I feel like in a sense, it's kind of this is going to be able to make the Bitcoin on-chain economy more liquid, right? Because you could technically, send over like you could send over Ethereum in a sense, right, to Bitcoin, and then there would be like a wrapped version on Bitcoin or something, right? But that we know for sure that Ethereum is worth this much, so it's going to be like a currency in a sense on Bitcoin layer one. Am I right with that?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. We are bringing the most popular tokens, the ones that have all these different rails to liquidate. For example, you mentioned ETH. If there is a loan that's liquidated and has ETH as collateral, you can either liquidate it on the Bitcoin L1 if there is enough liquidity, but if not, you can always bridge back to Ethereum and you have hundreds of millions of liquidity to liquidate it, for example. So yeah, that's the thing. The most liquidity, the most users, and the most use cases right now exist for tokens that are outside of Bitcoin. And to power ecosystem, you really need those natively on your chain. We've seen that with many chains, and I think that that's very necessary for on-chain native growth.
Yeah,
I love it.
that-
I just
go ahead.
bridged over a full Bitcoin. Got him.
Test Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Look at you
I'm a
already.
whale.
He's always trying to get ahead
that's
of
a
it.
whale.
How are you?
Yeah.
Send some Bitcoin, man.
Yeah, Shizzy's like a little kid. He's curious, and he will definitely try to break your protocol. So, but
And then tell you about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
he loves to test stuff. But I actually think this is this is good for Bitcoin in general, even if Opcat doesn't come, right? Because now this is a great way to onboard users to the markets of how they are right now, actually. Because right now everybody that's buying and selling, a lot of people, there's this kind of inside joke a little bit that like it's PvP a lot in the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? Because it's a lot of just Bitcoiners, or like not even just Bitcoiners, but like people that have been in the ordinals ecosystem for over a year or whatever, that are trying to game each other or whatever. But what this does is actually opens the market completely and says, hey, look, you want to spend your ETH, you can do that on Bitcoin as well. So I think this is huge now that I'm thinking about it. And if Opcat gets added and the UX gets better, that just changes the game completely.
Yeah, that's our goal, to basically enable users from other chains to go to Bitcoin and experiment it, and also for native protocols to grow beyond the Bitcoin boundaries. Let's say. So yeah, quite excited about it, and really looking forward to the mainnet launch, because we have so much in the pipeline that I really want to show, and we can't until we launch that. Yeah, it's like counting the days basically.
Yeah. So I hate to ask this, but I got to, because our listeners probably would kill me if I don't. So if you could put like a soft timeline on like mainnet, what do you think? Do you think Q1 or more like the summer of 2025?
It's it really depends on how testnet goes, and we just finalized our first audit, and we're going to do a second one. So it's going to depend on that as well. But we are optimistic on having it early 2025. So let's say January. I think it will be doable if we don't face any serious blocker on either testnet or audits.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. It's not too far away, I guess.
I have a couple questions. So when I bridge my Bitcoin to Ethereum, on Ethereum, will I receive WBTC, or will it be like a beyond version of Bitcoin?
That's a very good question. For Bitcoin itself, what we are doing is using what we call universal wrapper, which means you can bridge into any wrapper you want. We have ours, but it's unlikely that we're going to use it. What we are doing is letting users choose the most liquid one. So wrap BTC, BTCB, TBTC, any of these very popular wrappers. We are enabling users to bridge from Bitcoin to any chain, and from any chain to any chain, basically. So yeah,
that's amazing. because today it's funny because I had to bridge BTCB to Bitcoin, and I end up using a centralized exchange. So this in a non-custodian way. That definitely is a pain point for me. So I definitely love that.
Yeah, so that's something that you will be able to do it. Bridge in and out Bitcoin without KYC, just going very smoothly, smooth, frictionless process.
Yeah, and that's kind of like an arms race in itself, right? Because there's a lot of well, I won't say a lot, but there's definitely like competition now with what is it, BTC, and then you have MBTC with Merlin Chain 2, and then you have probably a couple more that are trying to establish themselves. But you at least have the option of which one you want to select. So I mean, I love everything I'm hearing here. I love to actually get into technical episodes where obviously not geniuses like you guys or the devs over there, but we try to understand as much as possible. And one thing I'll say is that, like, I think this is very much needed, and I think the way you guys are going about it is the right way from what I'm hearing so far, at least. So I'm excited.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we poured a lot of effort into the, let's say, product creation side of things. That's why we were in stealth for so long. We really wanted to focus on the product and nothing else. So it means a lot to hear that people is liking what we've been cooking for this past year.
Yeah, I love when people build for my pain points. I'm probably gonna ask a question, and if you guys can't answer this, that's fine. But is this incentivized at all? Is it worth me just bridging all day long?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Magnus, do you want to answer that?
I got a lot of testnet Bitcoin, guys. I can go all day.
I saw that. I mean, you would be our whale number one. Yeah, I mean, it's slightly incentivized. We don't want to push it too hard, but we have this collection with profile pictures, and Nate and myself are wearing. It's a 100% free mint ordinals collection. And for those who test the testnet and give us some feedback on stuff they like, stuff they don't like, stuff that breaks, whatever they find out, we're going to be giving some whitelist away to those guys. So it's slightly incentivized, I would say.
That's amazing. So it definitely is worth, guys. Come over to Beyond, do a trade. If you guys need some testnet Bitcoin, reach out to me. I have tons of it. I can send you one or two.
You are the person, basically.
But you got to be an Ordinal Revolution community member. No, I'm just
That's awesome. Okay, let's talk about your collection a little bit. I'm not sure if Shizzy got on this or asked you this. I might have missed it, and I apologize if I did. But can we talk about the total supply of your collection, and kind of a little bit about the idea behind it, because I think it's a pretty cool idea.
Yep. So basically, what we wanted to put together, it's the term orange peeling, which is something that we use on a daily basis, basically, especially with coiners, into something that's more tangible or visual. So yeah, that's how we put together the overall idea of the orange peels. Then Magnus and myself have a good friend that's a great artist and created this 5K pieces collection. I think it's 30-something trades, 9 layers, and has a lot of CT Bitcoin nodes. So you have of course, our own trades, but you're also recurring to typical, as you see there, high IQ, low IQ, chat phase, NPC phase, whatever we found funny that resembles some sort of crypto culture. We wanted to have it in the collection. So yeah, that's how it came to life, this collection. Then we really wanted to make it free and accessible, as it should be for proper orange peeling of the world. And as you know, on-chain fees were very low in the summer, so we decided to inscribe it back then. We are launching it with Magic Eden this 31st of October.
Nice.
Ooh, we know what that day is, right? The
Yeah.
31st of October is the Bitcoin white paper birthday. Some people might think it's Halloween, but we here at Ordinal Revolution know it's the Bitcoin white paper birthday.
Yeah, and by the way, this is the second time that he's announced that today. The first time was on our live stream. By the way, he wants everybody to know that he knows that
It's not Halloween. It's the Bitcoin white paper birthday. I'm changing the game.
Yeah, what a coincidence, orange pills and Bitcoin white paper. It's all coming along.
Yep. October 31st, 2008. Satoshi put the Bitcoin white paper out there. So.
Yep. I'm sorry, did you mention what the total supply is going to be?
Yeah, it's 5,555 total pieces. And what else? And it's distributed by mostly by all the builders in the Bitcoin ecosystem, which is great. Like, we have a very small supply that we distribute ourselves, but like most of the supply, plus 90%, is distributed by builders and great contributors like yourselves. We have, I think, it's more than 100 participants in the campaign. So yeah, we wanted to make it as accessible as possible, and that's the way we found most easy and fun, basically.
Amazing. Well, this has been an amazing interview, guys. I'm hyped on what you guys are building. I guess, like I said, it solves a pain point for me, which is huge because I never know where to bridge back to Bitcoin. I can send off all day. I can send through centralized changes that I hate doing, but you guys definitely have solve a pain point for someone like me for sure. I kind of want to give you guys a stage to talk to our community. This is the time you guys can use it for anything you want and maybe anything you missed or where they come find you guys.
Yeah, for sure. So I will just drop a quick line about what's on right now and what you could expect next. Basically, right now the testnet is live. So if you want to experiment how bridging tokens from any chain to Bitcoin feels like, or from Bitcoin to any chain, or across standards like runes to BRC20s, because you never know what's going to be the next big thing. Feel free to go to app.beyond.tech and experiment a little bit on that. If you want to be posted on Mainnet launches, on the Orange Pills updates, or the new partners that we are going to onboard to the Bitcoin ecosystem, feel free to give a follow to Beyond_Tech, or join our Discord. So yeah, that's it TLDR. I'm not sure if Magnus wants to add something to it.
No, honestly, just thanks for having us, guys. We're really excited to be building on Bitcoin and truly making the Bitcoin L1 interoperable. It's something that we're very proud about making a reality. And yeah, very excited for what's to come with the testnet launch today, mainnet in early next year, ideally. And yeah, very much looking forward to see how it develops.
Awesome. So the testnet launched today?
Yes, like 4 hours ago.
Wow.
That's how.
Well, that's the first people.
Yeah, well, that's how you were able to do it, man.
Well, I know. I just thought maybe it was like alive for a few weeks, but today's the day, guys. So this is absolutely amazing. And again, and again, I'm one of the first people to use it. I don't know.
Look at you. Always on top of it. Well, guys, it's been amazing. We can't wait to see, what Beyond brings to the Bitcoin ecosystem. This ecosystem is growing at a very fast pace, and we're excited, and we know this is very much needed. And we can't wait to have you guys back on the show.
Thanks so much, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Was super smooth and really looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, awesome. See you soon.
All right,
bye-bye.
Take it easy.
Reach out to us October 31st. We can have you guys back on our live stream. You guys can just talk about it again, get people more excited.
Yeah, that day we're gonna be in Dubai for the Binance Blockchain Week, but 2 days later we're back at home, so definitely happy to join.
Awesome.
Even better.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that,
guys.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, absolutely amazing, guys. Beyond interoperable bridge came out today. Use it. You can potentially get in this whitelist. I'm already apparently in it. So because I didn't know today was day one. So this is actually amazing. I used it. It works great. I just bridged one Bitcoin to Binance, one bridge Bitcoin to Ethereum. It worked phenomenal. And this is awesome.
Yeah, and if you guys have been hanging with us since the start of the show, then you know that like we've been convicted into this narrative of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and this is another example of why we knew that this was going to happen. So we're super bullish on Beyond and what they're going to bring, and we just appreciate you guys checking out the episode. And if you do have time, please check out our partners as well. BetBTC is a new predictions market for the Bitcoin ecosystem. They're utilizing ICP technology along with Bitcoin technology for you to place bets on sports or even political events, anything. You can make your own markets and actually earn 1%. I believe that's the percentage, but you can definitely earn if people use it. So check out BetBTC. BitPerp is a perpetual leverage platform that is going to be launching next Monday, guys. We have the paper trading competition. You guys can participate, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be hard to beat because that is my forte. I love to trade, and I'm going to go full tilt on this one. So maybe I might tilt out. We'll see. But the paper trading competition is next Monday. The prize is 100,000 BTP tokens. So that is a big prize there. You're going to be able to leverage runes and other Bitcoin Layer 1 assets, I believe, up to 100x. Ordinal Hive is a partner of ours that is a aggregator marketplace for ordinals on Bitcoin Layer 1 as well as Merlin Chain. They've scaled out to Merlin Chain as well. You can utilize Ordinal Hive right now and earn points. It sort of works like how Blur worked before with farming points. So you know what happened with that. Go earn those points. All you got to do is list your ordinals on either Layer 1 or Merlin Chain, and you'll earn points. If you sell or buy, you'll earn multiplied points as well. Foxy is a builder in the Tap ecosystem. They are a Bitverse metaverse builder in the Tap ecosystem, as well as they built the Clan Wars first-person shooter games. And we are actually part of that. And so we have an Ordinal Revolution team. If you are skilled and you want to join, reach out to us because we probably have a couple more spots, maybe not. I don't know. People are really excited about that. But check out Foxy and their first-person shooter game, Clan Wars. And then Fluid Tokens as well. We talked about them earlier on our live stream. They are very innovative UTXO devs. They added staking to Layer 1. So TVL is now added to Bitcoin Layer 1, guys. Be excited about that. And if you are a founder of a Runes project or an Ordinal project, you can reach out to Raul, the CTO, and get your project connected to this to where your community can earn by staking their Ordinals or Runes. And then finally, Merlin Chain, guys, the #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. If you're a builder and you want to scale your project from Bitcoin Layer 1 to make it more flexible, you can do so with Merlin Chain. They have great builder grants. You just have to be a serious builder, but you can reach out to their team and they have great builder support. But thank you so much for checking out our partners there.
Yep. And if you guys wouldn't mind, check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone just entering the space, send them our website. We'd definitely have to get a Beyond article up because that would be amazing. But check out our website, guys. And if you're looking for a NordVPN, we have on here 70% off coupon, and we will both be in Bitcoin Las Vegas. So get your tickets with us, guys. If you get them now, you get a lot cheaper than if you buy them next year. Do not wait for next year. Get your tickets now. And on top of that, we have some of the best merch in crypto. Just check out our third-party Shopify. This is all done through a third party. We do not see your name. We do not see your address. Everything is done through Shopify. So, guys, we appreciate you guys checking that out. And we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. And until tomorrow.
Peace.
Ordinal Revolution. Let's go.